All right, everyone, it is time for the July 4th garden update. Very patriotic garden, not red, white, and blue so much as just green. A lot of whites with the chamomile, I guess. These are the collards, again. After just, 3 or 4 days, my God, 5 or 6 leaves would practically be a serving. Morning glories climbing up these stakes. This is almost waist high now. Literally after 4 days, it went from being way down there to all the way up there. These are new, these pepper plants, sort of a late planting, but, you know, because of the heat, they should do fairly well. They've already got little peppers, some of them. They've perked right up. I gave them a shit ton of azomite, about an entire heaping handful per plant when I planted them in. And then they got watered in with some mild fertilizer. So, we'll see what they do. Cabbage is actually doing pretty well. This is catching up almost to the collards, if you think about it. It'll start curling in. You know, it won't be as big as the stuff you get in the stores, but it'll be way, way tastier, trust me. And all of these mustard seeds, now that we've got a dehydrator and jars and everything else will be stored, I'm going to take it all and literally, mustard seed, nice homegrown mustard, man. The zucchini are doing well here. The turnips are a little bit under the weather slightly, but they got watered and they perked up kind of. Look at the size, though, of this. That's like a baseball-sized turnip already, and about half of them are that big. A few of them might even be bigger. And there's nicotiana everywhere and more peppers and, you know, the yucca plant. It's definitely perked up. It looks way, way healthier now. I deadheaded these flowers earlier, and tomorrow, or maybe even later today, I wanted to show you how many chamomile there was. Now that's 7 plants. Keep that in mind. All of these flowers, this is just one flush from 7 plants. I can pick 100% of these flowers off, get about 60 bags worth of tea, and within a week it'll look like this again. And that's how much they produce. They're really that prolific. The dill's going to seed, which is great, because, you know, dill seeds and the greens, you taste this, it tastes so much better than anything you'll get in the store. You make pickles out of it. All the carrots over there. Various perennials. There's not a lot, you know, new to see there at the moment. Wait a couple weeks, there will be. Look at these. Oh yeah, lots and lots of little tomatoes. There's got to be, I would say, 9 different little stems with tomatoes on that one plant. This one a little bit less, but those will get bigger. Same thing. And as for the Roma, you gotta see that one on this side. Oh, it's a butterfly. Hello. Look at all the Romas. I don't know if you can see them all, but there's at least 30 or so Roma tomatoes on this one plant. I don't know why this one's so much bigger than all the others, but it's wonderful. I'm going to make a couple cans of sauce just from those. The cucumbers, they're doing fairly well. They've started to shoot right up because it's hotter. The thing is, after 2 days of, tomorrow will be hot, like today. Then there will be 2 days of slightly cooler weather, and then another week or so of mid to upper 80s. Another heat wave. I swear to you, these cucumbers will probably be all the way up to the top by then. More of those. These, by the way, for anyone that's not aware, these are a wild portulaca. And I can't remember whether you're supposed to harvest them in morning or at night, but they taste a little bit like a sweeter, slightly saltier, almost savory spinach. As a garnish, you chop one of these plants up. You just harvest some of its stems, chop it up, you put it in your salad. It tastes so good you have no idea. And this is the the zucchini I transplanted that at first I thought would die. It's doing pretty well. It's about as big as its compatriot there. Spaghetti squash doing well, of course. These ones are already vining out. Some of the chamomile is trying to go by, but I'll pick it down again later or tomorrow, and it'll put out another flush. Now look at all of the corn. Most of this is waist high. This is roughly waist high. Some people say knee-high by the 4th of July. I think it's tiny corn if it's at that point. Like some of this on the very end, that's about knee-high. It'll produce, it just won't produce much. The stuff that's more waist-high like this, It'll definitely produce. I don't know, knee-high may mean like the bottom of the leafy area, in which case that makes sense, but as far as the top, that's closer to the waist. That'll be about, 6 feet high, almost as tall as I am when it tassels. Pretty good. Lots of happy onions. And by the way, right now it's a little bit over 90 degrees and full humidity, so yeah, it is a little bit hard to speak for prolonged periods. The asparagus appears to have been drowned out a little bit, but the Nicotiana are about to blossom. This one will probably be violet in color. Now all of the non-white ones, not to sound like, like this has anything to do with my ethnic views or anything, I'm going to try to get rid of because I want one particular color or variety. The other one is purple. I've thought about trying to make a hybrid. The purple ones are really, really nice. It's just that they're less common than all of the kind of off red and violet ones. And I like those. They're okay. And the pink ones are really great, but I really like white and purple, and then blue and then crimson. Those are sort of the colors I like in flowers the most. But yeah, you can see everything's growing really, really well. And I've just been using the Neptune's Harvest and a bunch of azomite. There is some Miracle Grow that I've got, which I'm not sure how fertile it actually is. I have mixed it up. That's for the hostas and for the peach tree. I want to give it another infusion of that before the end of the year because I figure it'll help it grow more, recover from some of the frost damage that it had, because about half of the branches died. And I'm hoping that it's not reaching the end of its life because all the old peach pits that I have from it, I don't know if they're viable. I definitely have to use a greenhouse and try to get them to grow. And if that happens, if none of them grow, then that genetic lineage is dead. And this was sort of the first actual tree that I ever grew. I think it's nice. I like it a lot. But if it does die, I guess at least I can chop it up, and that wood smells just like a peach cobbler when you burn it. Artemisia. But the chamomile is stealing the show at the moment. That's going to be picked down though. But by the time of the next garden update, it'll be almost that flush. That's about all. Peace out.